for this trip was a little bit challenging because even though the title of the video is Packing for Saudi Arabia, I didn't know where I was going. It was a project for an airline that didn't tell us where we were going until we actually landed.
E fu così che mi presentai in Arabia Saudita con le gambe scoperte.
No, Martin, no.
So I didn't know where I was going, but I knew more or less the temperature range and that the airline doesn't go such long trips. So I imagined that it could have been Northern Africa or Middle East. I chose a couple of short dresses, a couple of very long dresses, a couple of jumpsuits, some long pants, some capri pants, quite a good number of tops, short sleeves, long sleeves shirt, and I had to pack everything in my hand luggage. The first day I chose this dress because of its color. The airline that was making that trip was Wits, and the bright pink is their color, and I knew they will give us some gadget to wear, but I hate to wear gadgets. They did, in fact, like this and the glasses. Okay, it's not like they forced anybody to like wear stuff, but I know they appreciate it, but it's almost like they appreciate it more if you come already prepared. And I came with my pink dress, so they were fine with it. On top of it, I wore this white jumper, so I was covered at least on my cleavage and arms, even though my legs were uncovered. And here's a little note about how to dress in Saudi Arabia. Both men and women should cover from their elbow to their ankles with loose clothes, not very tight. There's no need to cover your head unless you're going in some specific places like mosques and something like that. Short sleeves and under the knees clothes are still acceptable, although they don't like them very much. The first day we were there and I knew where we were, I chose this dress that is probably the only one that was actually appropriate, and I wore it with this blue silk scarf that fly beautifully in the wind. The shoes weren't very nice with the dress, but I didn't know if sandals were appropriate. The next days I chose sandals. I have to say that people loved this dress. Both guys that were traveling with us and people we met in the street gave me compliments about it, and they thought I bought it there, but I actually had it from home. The second day I used this jumpsuit that I love, but that let my upper body quite uncovered. So I used a tank top under it and the silk scarf over it. But in the morning we went with a little group to the edge of the world, and since we were pretty much alone with just few of our guides, I decided to wear the jumpsuit as it should be worn. I did a little bit of free show. I hope nobody was offended too much, but they didn't seem to, so okay. In the afternoon we went again in the desert, but a desert with a lot of sand dunes to do all another type of activities, so I changed my outfit.
Io mi sono vestita più da deserto.
Deserto?
I don't know why this look made me think about desert pirates. And on top of it I use an abaya that is a traditional piece of cloth, and this one was given to me from a girl of the tourist board.
Because I was imagining you sit like, you know, you're on the dune, you sit down and this is around you. Oh, okay. It would be so beautiful.
And we were like 150 people. I don't know why she imagined me, but I'm very glad she did, because I think the photos came out beautifully and it was very cool. The third day I sticked with pants and I matched them with this long sleeve shirt that has quite a low décolleté. So once again I had to use the scarf to cover it. This look and the desert pirate look received good compliments as well, but not as many as the first dress. The last day I went with my second jumpsuit that has a tank top, so I used a linen shirt to cover my arms and shoulders and an hijab that I bought in a local market to cover my cleavage. So even though I didn't know where I was going, I think I chose the right dresses and I could arrange them pretty good. Of course they are not like super duper on point, but I'm still satisfied with them. If I ever come back in Saudi Arabia, I think I will buy an abaya because they really like when you wear it, and I think it would have been easier for me to adapt my clothes. I could have buy one already now, but we didn't have much time. I mean, we had a lot of time in the markets, but we were too busy taking photos and videos, so I didn't do much shopping. One last note is about my red lipstick, because the last day the guide told us that if we wanted to travel in Saudi Arabia, maybe alone or with smaller groups, maybe we should avoid that bright makeup, because we already tend to attract a lot of attention. And apparently being visually loud, it's considered, I mean, not rude, but not appropriate. But he said it wasn't a problem, and he didn't tell me before because we were a lot of people and he used it to recognize me easily. But I think it's something useful to know. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you the next time. Bye!